ENFJ weaknesses, flaws and shortcomings, where the ENFJs feel challenged. When it comes to dealing with weaknesses, the process of learning ourselves can be challenging. Uncovering your strengths might be difficult, but accepting your weaknesses is often much harder for some of us. Learning our abilities is certainly important, so learning where we will struggle and fall short can be useful. In some cases, knowing these weaknesses will help us to advance and grow. In order to become better and improve in life, we need to know where we naturally fall short so that these things can be changed. In some cases, knowing these weaknesses is more for avoiding the places we will feel out of place, and avoiding jobs that don't play to our strengths. Regarding weaknesses, ENFJs can have difficulty accepting that they have them. Instead, they want to work hard to overcome any struggle and push themselves to improve no matter what. ENFJs don't want to be seen as incapable or weak. Instead, they want to show others that there is nothing they can't do. They want to do whatever they must to impress those around them and be viewed as someone close to perfect. This certainly puts a lot of pressure on the ENFJ's shoulders, but no one is capable of holding on to this forever. It is important for the ENFJ to take a step back and learn to be more accepting of their own flaws without constantly being so hard on themselves when they feel challenged. They don't handle failure well. ENFJs can really have a hard time with failure or making any mistakes since they strive for perfection. This desire to get everything right can sometimes be difficult for the ENFJ and the people around them. They don't want to let anyone down, which certainly puts a lot of pressure on their shoulders to be constantly efficient and on top of things. While their perfectionism can be a driving force that helps them achieve greatness, it can also be exhausting for the ENFJ. They always want to improve and make sure they can live up to their own expectations. This can leave them feeling impatient and short-tempered, especially when under a lot of pressure. While it isn't their intention, the ENFJ might become on edge when dealing with too many things at once and can take this out on others as well. ENFJs also become very hard on themselves when they make mistakes or fail, which can be emotionally exhausting. They want to be the one to get things right, and so they really don't cope with failure well at all. If they encounter a serious failure, the ENFJ often takes this as a true hit to their pride and confidence. They feel like just falling back and retreating when this happens, but it is important for them to learn how to bounce back and accept that they cannot always get everything perfect. They want to fix everything. ENFJs have a tendency to try and solve problems, even when someone doesn't want them to. They want to make everything better, especially when someone they love is upset. While ENFJs are compassionate and giving people, they tend to try and solve people's problems because of this. Instead of simply listening to someone vent and allowing them to be upset, the ENFJ likely wants to find a way to fix this for them. They will start searching for solutions and want to work hard to ensure their loved ones feel better. While this is certainly something that comes from a place of love, it can sometimes be frustrating. Instead of letting people be upset, the ENFJ wants to constantly fix the situation and find solutions when something doesn't seem perfect. 2. Self-sacrificing. ENFJs are naturally sacrificing people who want to do whatever they can to make others happy. Because of this desire to help others, the ENFJ often neglects their own needs and emotions. When the ENFJ goes so long without paying attention to their own needs, it can eventually cause them to feel overwhelmed and exhausted. They need to learn how to pay attention to themselves, or else they can become drained and struggle to continue helping others. For the ENFJ, being a caring and giving person is an important part of who they are, but they can benefit from learning how to balance this. The ENFJ certainly has strengths and weaknesses within their giving nature, so sometimes, this pulls them down and makes it hard for them to continue accomplishing tasks to their own high standards. Tendency to hover. ENFJs have a tendency to hover over their loved ones, wanting to make them happy and ensure that they are doing well. They might be a bit too focused on the emotions of others, constantly wanting to be sure that they are properly tending to their needs. While ENFJs do this because they care so deeply, it can still be challenging at times. They have a hard time refraining from helping others in struggle when they are told to take a step back. They simply want to be able to take care of others and don't like seeing anyone they love in pain.